Well, Al Garber, the former lead investigator in the Wetterling case, sat down with Fox 9 today after defending himself and that investigation.
Fox 9's Leah Bino spoke with Garber this afternoon. She joins us now live in the studio. Leah, the former agent and his agency, they really defend the contention that they worked on this case very hard.
Yes, they do, very much, and that's why he spoke out today. Al Garber did not expect to speak publicly at all, but when he came under fire, he says he had no choice but to set the record straight.
From the very first words he used, this investigation went, quote, off the rails, end quote. I knew then that this was going to be about making facts fit conclusions.
As the FBI supervisor in charge of the Jacob Wetterling case from 1989, when the abduction occurred, to 1991, Al Garber sat down with us to, in his words, correct a list of inaccuracies laid out by Stearns County Sheriff Don Gudmundson. For starters, Garber was insulted by the impression given that investigators didn't do anything in the first few months, when instead Garber describes up to 70 investigators working more than 16-hour shifts with 2 briefings daily where everyone working the case from local, state, and federal agencies shared what they found and what they didn't.
I don't know what he was talking about. Did he think we were on a coffee break from October 22nd, 1989 to December 16th, 1989? I just don't get it. I don't know what he was talking about.
Garber was shocked to hear the sheriff question everything from the 24/7 surveillance Danny Heinrich was under for 2 weeks to investigators' first interview with him. Garber says Heinrich was not picked up at a bar, as the sheriff described. Plus, 3 of the best psychological profilers Garber could find were brought in from the FBI Academy and even staged a practice run prior to the interview actually being conducted. Garber disputes the sheriff's portrayal of those interrogators being inexperienced.
He doesn't really know what we did regarding Heinrich. And I think that he puts that off on the fact that he couldn't read or doesn't remember the FBI documents, which he couldn't release.
In addition to correcting the sheriff, Garber says he is defending original members of law enforcement who worked the case, but more than that, worries criticism will cause law enforcement to leave even more public trust.
I am definitely more worried about the big picture than I am about my reputation, or even the reputation of the investigators and the police at the time. I want to correct the record for them and for me, but more important, I want the people of this state to know they have good people working. There isn't only one good person around, Don Gudmundson.
Now, Garber wouldn't say whether or not he agrees with the sheriff about the FBI releasing their case files in this case, but he does believe that other original investigators will come forward and agree with what he has to say. So, very messy.
It's kind of unfortunate it turns into this sort of back and forth mess at the end.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right, Leah, thank you.